What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got some major news here for you guys that is going to affect millions of Americans with money in their pocket that we will go over here in this video. Also, in this video, we are giving away our family is giving away over $1,000 here to some of our viewers here in total. If you can guess our trivia question, I'm going to give you a trivia question here in this video. You could win money directly from us. That's right. We're giving away money here almost every single day, or probably every single day as long as I remember to do it. But yeah, I'm going to give you a trivia question here today, and you could win money directly from me to pay for your Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, so I'll give you a trivia question here today, and you could just win money directly from us. Yeah, kind of our way of giving back to you guys, our viewers. So thanks for watching. You guys are amazing. Happy Thanksgiving. So I'll give you a trivia question here later in this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end. And make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My little friend came here. Hi. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? This is Snowy. I seen you walking by. Yeah. Yeah, tell them to make sure to like and subscribe so they don't miss out on new videos. Oh, you see yourself in the computer monitor. That's you. Yeah. You could be my little Thanksgiving turkey here. So yeah, I always get some questions when they're on here. So this is Snowy. He's a boy, and our other kitty Lily is a girl. They're Himalayans. They're Himalayans. Yeah, yeah. So he's a my wife should be here. She'll be able to tell you the exact ones. I always get them wrong. He's a I think he's a silver chinchilla Himalayan, and our other cat Lily is a seal point Himalayan. Yeah, you're talkative today. Yeah, so I always get questions about them in the comments. So there you go. Okay, first up here in this video, a Texas judge, a Republican judge on the federal court level, strikes down President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. This comes after the Supreme Court has already upheld the student loan forgiveness executive order by the president twice. And it was a Republican Supreme Court Justice, Amy Coney Barrett, that upheld the executive order. So it's just like, wow, it's like these Republican groups are really trying hard to not give out help to 40 million Americans. You guys can let me know your thoughts here on this, but a Texas judge on the federal level here yesterday, so they find one judge that will block the federal student loan forgiveness for over 40 million Americans for now. Okay, even though the Supreme Court has already upheld this twice, that would give $10,000 to $20,000 in federal student loan forgiveness, a program that was already on hold as the federal appeals court in St. Louis considers a separate lawsuit by 6 states challenging it. District Court Judge Mark Pittman, an appointee by former President Donald Trump, based in Fort Worth, said the program usurped Congress's power to make laws. Quote, in this country, we are not ruled by an all-powerful executive with a pen and a phone. Instead, we are ruled by a constitution that provides for 3 distinct and independent branches of government, Pittman wrote. He added, the court is not blind to the current political division in our country, but it is fundamental to the survival of the republic that the separation of powers as outlined in our Constitution to be preserved. Economists worry that many people who have yet to rebound financially from the pandemic, saying that if borrowers who were expected debt cancellation are asked to make payments instead, many could fall behind on bills and default. President Biden has already said they're appealing the decision after a judge ordered it, and this may end up going to the Supreme Court once again. Also, note here the plaintiff in this lawsuit. The way these lawsuits are working is they're literally finding like one or two people in the country that has a very specific circumstance to file a lawsuit. The plaintiff in this lawsuit is seeking to overturn President Biden's student loan debt forgiveness program. Herself has been a beneficiary of debt cancellation in the form of the PPP program, the Paycheck Protection Program, had a business loan worth over twice the maximum amount covered under the student loan forgiveness program. Myra Brown, one of the two plaintiffs in the Texas lawsuit, who owns Desert Star Enterprises, which appears to be making a sign business, was granted a $48,000 loan, of which $47,996 was forgiven. And in this lawsuit, she argues in her case that she is being harmed by Biden's debt relief because she is not eligible for the student loan forgiveness because her student loans were originally funded by private companies. So I don't know. Is that the pot calling the kettle black, or is that hypocrisy? I mean, you could let me know your thoughts here. It's interesting how they're always trying to find like one person in the country and one specific judge who's a Republican that would want to strike this stuff down for over 40 million Americans to help people out. And remember, there's no taxes being raised on this. It's literally just basically like the next stimulus program. And I get that it's not helping everybody, just like the Paycheck Protection Program didn't help everybody, just like the unemployment program didn't help everybody, just like the SNAP benefits that are going on right now. Remember, about half the states right now are giving extra SNAP benefits of $95 per month. To over half the states, those aren't helping everybody right now. Just like right now, 33 different states have passed state stimulus checks or inflation relief checks or property tax rebate checks this year. I get it. Not every single one of these programs help every single person. I get it. I totally get it. But that's how the country works right now. I get it. I wish that there were just programs that basically helped everybody all the time, but I can only report on what's being passed or what the possibilities are or like what is happening right this moment. So what's happening right this moment is 33 different states, state stimulus checks, property tax rebate checks, inflation relief checks. We've had 3 federal stimulus checks. We've had mortgage assistance for $9.9 billion. We've had rent assistance for $40 billion. We just had $13 billion of utility assistance that was just added, just approved here on November 1st. I just did a video on that. I'll link you to that video here at the end of this video. So if you really kind of look at all these, and then of course the student loan forgiveness program for over 40 million Americans, this is actually a big thing because, and don't forget here that former President Donald Trump himself did an executive order as well for checks for millions of Americans also with an executive order right before the 2020 election, where he sent out checks, stimulus checks, unemployment checks, bonus checks, whatever you want to call them, basically another stimulus program, where he basically did an executive order just like Biden's doing, and sent out checks to millions of Americans. Okay. Um, Again, at the time I said the Democrats could challenge this in a court of law, but I said they shouldn't because people need help. And the moral of the story is it would be bad form to take money out of people's pockets. And again, the same thing here. This particular check went out to unemployed workers at the time. And again, I get that not everybody got those checks. The only people who got those checks were the people who were unemployed at that particular moment, which was still millions of people. But regardless, I said, hey, it would be bad form for the Democrats to challenge that in a court of law. Um, and the Democrats didn't do it. On the other hand, I said the same thing here for the Republicans because, again, it would help 40 million people. Maybe that's you. Again, I'm talking to thousands and thousands of people here. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your brother or your sister, your aunt, your uncle. Maybe it's your neighbor. Maybe it's your cousin. Maybe it's your brother or sister down the street. Maybe it's your friend. Maybe it's somebody you went to high school with. Maybe it's your fellow viewers here, your fellow extended family on YouTube here. It's for sure part of some of your friends here on the YouTube family here because we got thousands of people watching this channel. And remember that they're not raising any taxes. So when Trump sent out his checks for the executive order, when Biden's doing his student loan forgiveness, when they sent out the 3 stimulus checks, the unemployment checks, the paycheck protection program, the extra SNAP benefits, all these different programs, they didn't raise any taxes to do any of this stuff. And of course, I'll get the occasional comment of people saying, well, yeah, but this is what raised inflation. And I get it. You could maybe make that argument, but then you really kind of got to go back to well, there's inflation everywhere. Because when you look at this kind of stuff here, here's an article literally from like a day ago here. Okay, November 10th, right? Eurozone inflation in Europe hit a new historic high of 10.7% last month. They're raising interest rates as well by 75 basis points. Remember, our inflation was 8.2%, and it just went down to 7.7%. So the average inflation in all of Europe is 10.7%. Compared to 7.7%, that's like almost 50% higher. That's like maybe what, 40% higher? Okay. And Germany, which is the largest economy in Europe, is at 11.6%. We're at 7.7% now, guys. So, and again, I mean, you'd have to look into how much stimulus or help that each particular country did, right? But the reality of it is inflation is everywhere. And most countries actually have inflation worse than us. Worse than us. So it's actually it's a phenomenon that kind of happened from the pandemic, the supply chain issues, the chip shortages, and all these things here, right? So if most countries have inflation equal to or maybe worse than us, gas prices are high everywhere else, or actually even worse than us as well, you might as well at least help out the people that need it. Because again, it's either that or let people starve, let people get thrown out. So, I mean, think about it. The governments can do one of two things. They can do nothing, not help out people at all, or they can help people out. They can be like, oh, we're not going to help people at all. No, no, don't, no help. Let them starve. Or they could be like, yeah, inflation is bad. Let's help with the specific people who need it, the low income, fixed income people like that, because they're the people struggling the most. And remember here, the US actually brought in more revenue in the last fiscal year than they ever had ever. And that's why I love to show this stuff on the screen because I always get a few skeptics who are like, Jimmy, that can't possibly be, or you're making this stuff up. Yeah, so you can see here the budget shortfall actually declined over the last fiscal year. And the US government revenue posted was the highest 1 year total ever. And this included the money for the student loan forgiveness program. That was included in there. And that's like expected to be like $300 billion or something like that, right? So, what does this show? That governments can help out people and bring in revenue and run a somewhat tight ship. And remember, states are doing the same thing here too. 33, maybe even more. I just did a video here on 4 more states that are looking to pass more inflation relief checks as well. In fact, I think one state was as high as potentially $3,000. Because remember, states have all these billions of dollars extra, extra. So what these states do is they're like, okay, and remember that in the American Rescue Plan, the federal government gave $350 billion to states as well. So the federal government gave money to the states. The states are also bringing in their own money. They have billions of dollars, and they're giving it back to the people. They're like, and they're giving it to the people who need it the most. In fact, honestly, some of these states could cut it down a little bit because some of these states kind of give it out to income brackets that are like probably too high. They could probably cut that down and be a little bit more fiscally responsible there. But each state kind of makes their own decisions. I don't get to decide that. But so you could go one of two ways. You could be like, nope, no help for anybody. We got to worry about inflation, but the reality of it is there's inflation everywhere. And you know for sure that not every country is sending out 3 stimulus checks and unemployment benefits and mortgage assistance, rent assistance, utility assistance, paycheck protection programs, SNAP benefits, student loan forgiveness. All these, if you think about all the things that have happened here in our country in the last like 2 years, 2020 through 2022, more has happened, help for the people, than has ever happened before. We've never even had that type of stuff. We've never even had 3 stimulus checks alone, just that one thing. And now we have all these state stimulus checks or inflation relief checks, whatever you want to call them, and all these other things. We've never had student loan forgiveness. And now there's other possibilities like medical debt forgiveness or other type of debt forgiveness, like potentially mortgage debt forgiveness, which really kind of maybe already happened. It's not really mortgage debt forgiveness, but there's mortgage like um, mortgage assistance that has already happened. But there could be other things like mortgage debt forgiveness or even credit card debt forgiveness in the future. Because I mean, again, people thought student loan forgiveness would never happen. So even if you don't get student loan forgiveness, this is a good thing because this just shows that executive orders can be passed by a president and help out millions of people. And what the next executive order might be, it might be for you. It might be for your family. Remember, Trump did it. Now Biden's doing it. That would be 2 different executive orders. These are good things. What the next one might be? It might be for seniors. It might be for children with the child tax credits. It might be for low income. We don't know. We don't know. But in general, these are going to people in need. You look at all these different programs, there's been a lot of programs. I don't get to, if it was up to me, all my viewers here, we'd be taking care of everybody. That's part of why we're giving back here to our community here with our, in fact, you know what? Let's do a question right now here. Here we go. Here's a trivia question. Okay, so here's how it works. So we're giving away basically cash or money every single day, so you can pay for your Thanksgiving turkey. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to originally send out turkeys, but then it was like, yeah, it was just way too expensive to like ship a frozen turkey or something like that. So what I decided to do is I said, hey, I'll just send out $50 to some people through I'll PayPal it to you, Venmo to you, or worst case scenario, if you don't have one of those, I'll end up sending you like a gift card to Walmart or like a Visa gift card or something like that. Okay. We just sent out over $1,000 for Halloween. We're going to do this here for Thanksgiving, and we're going to do it again here for the month of December for the Christmas holidays and stuff like that too. So pretty much every single day, I'm going to have a new trivia question for you where I'm going to be awarding money uh, like every day. Yeah, so really cool here. So here's how it works. Here's a trivia question. If you know the answer, leave a comment down below with the answers. Completely free to do this and to guess. All you gotta do is leave a guess below. Okay. I'm gonna give it like a couple days for people to guess here, and then I'm gonna pick a winner or pick a couple winners in the comment section. Okay. You'll know you're a winner because I will give you a heart and I will say you're a winner, but it's got to come from me. You got to make sure it's not a scammer because you're going to get a heart on your comment, okay? And it's going to come from It's Jimmy, only It's Jimmy. It's not going to have a text number to call. It's not going to be some weird name. I'll have a check mark by my name, all that good stuff. If there's a phone number for you to call, it's not me. It's a scammer because there's a lot of scammers. I block them every day. I have no text number for you to call. I have no phone number for you to call. I will ask you to contact me, and you'll know it's me though. But just kind of use your common sense here. Okay. So here's the trivia question for today is: what did Charlie Brown serve at his Thanksgiving? What did Charlie Brown serve at his Thanksgiving? So if you know the answer, or if you want to guess, leave a comment down below. What did Charlie Brown serve at his Thanksgiving? Yeah, so if you know, you could win 50 bucks for me. I'm going to be picking some winners here for this one. I'm going to have new trivia questions for you every single day. I'm going to pick new winners every day. Yeah, how cool is that? Every day going up until Thanksgiving. Yeah, pretty cool. So, and if you're watching this video a few days from now, still answer because I could come back and just pick some more winners. I'm going to just literally just do this here for a while. And then we're going to be doing something cool like this in Christmas too, as well. So make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. This was a fun video. This was a fun video. So yeah, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You're part of our extended family. And honestly, I think if you really add up all the different programs that have gone on here in our country, there's a lot. I've literally had thousands of people from our YouTube family here that have got rent assistance alone. They've got their rent paid for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months or more. Just that one program. And then all the state stimulus checks that have gone on this year, thousands of comments from that too. So keep your hopes up and we'll see what happens here. So you can click this video here actually to watch my newest video about 4 more states that might be getting stimulus checks here. I think one was up to $3,000 if I remember correctly. So click on that video next. Thanks for watching guys and I'll see you in the next video.